I'm here. Uh, I'm actually in my studio. I want to start out like in my studio, and then, uh, yeah, I'm going to do, you know, the one to connect with you all. I'll do that one shortly. So I just want to kind of get in here, get a feel. See, I'm considering like, okay, how to create the shows from the vertical, because I guess the vertical is how I kind of, I guess, get into the streets and say, "Hey, would you be interested?" um, so I will do all those things, but kind of want to get in here and get well. I'm renewed. I want to get refreshed. I want to get comfortable. Then I guess I have to. Well, considering my the setup that I want to do, it has a lot to do with this setup with the horizontal, and you all are still trying to catch up to that. So I'll have to work on that. You have to give me a little bit of time for that, but I will. Oh, I will. It's gonna happen. I assure you. Let me get to my location. For some reason, I don't know what is the difference, but the fact remains I know how to get here. I know where to go. I know how to find things like that. That's what's important. I know how to find you all. So I know you all are like, "Oh, you're doing that whole stage thing again. This must mean this must mean you don't want to talk to us." Like that's not that's not quite it. It's not that I don't want to talk to you. It's just that I'm trying to figure out how will I be able to do the shows and things like that if if it doesn't reach you all. So I don't know. Maybe it's the thumbnail. You know how I love doing thumbnails, but somehow the system recognizes my like you guys like what is that called? It's not an emoji. It's kind of I made it a bit into my symbol, and I'm like, you all like my symbol? I mean, I like it too, and it also means something. The triangle with the circle, and yeah, it does. It means something. But I'm like, y'all like that? But I'm getting it. I'm getting stirred up. I'm stirring it up. Yeah, on the vertical, y'all come flooding in. So my problem is, I think I make things more difficult than what it needs to be. All right. I know I hate to do this to you, but I have to disappear for a split second. I was trying to say I'm a fortune teller, storyteller. Fortune teller, storyteller. Okay, I'm back. I didn't say it was gonna be long. I didn't say it was for the whole time, like 10 minutes. I'm just kind of. I was getting some things. I was just getting things together, my friend. Okay. I need ideas for the vertical lives. See, on the vertical lives, I could set up my little table at least. So I can make a live vertical and, have and can maybe put the table there. I could do that. And I don't know if it makes a difference if I did vertical through my. No, don't mess with anything while I'm live. In fact, I shouldn't mess with my settings at all. See, that's what I'm talking about. I complicate things. I'm not gonna complicate this. I will just sit here. Fine. I'm being stubborn. I know I should do vertical. All right. Okay, I am available. So, all right. I am available. I can do my iOS. My new setup, I better get up and, you know, I bet I could stand up and everything. And I could do that here, but it's just not the same. And now that you all are making me, well, in order if I want to be visible to you, I have to use my phone. So yeah, there's a lot of mobility with that. Put in the extra work. You gotta put in the extra work. I'm putting in the extra work. Mm-mm. I don't even know why I'm checking. I'm putting in the extra work. I'm putting the extra work. Ow! Oh! That's enough of that. Oh! Oh. Oh, the craziest thing, I can go live vertically from my phone anytime and somebody will show up. So now I'm worried about the, I guess, what do you call it, the stage, you know. So I'm kind of freaked out about that. And I was trying to do process of eliminations. Yeah, I more than proved that I go vertical, and it really doesn't care what. I guess it. Well, I've gone. When I did this, it was in the middle of it. No, it was like 4 o'clock. I've done a 3 o'clock. I've done a 6 o'clock. I've done a 10 o'clock. I've officially done a 4 o'clock, and I've also done a 6 o'clock. This means I know where the yum yum is. Basically, I know how to go directly to where I get watch hours and also get people in my chat box engagement. I know exactly where to go. All of the ones what I'm speaking of, it's been a total success, but it was it was too accurate because now, or too definitively accurate, too accurately definitive. Excuse me, it was too accurately definitive. It's too potent, and so yeah, I get in there. I'm like, hello. So how are you? And all these people from wherever they're from, they're saying, "Well, how are you?" And then we get into casual conversation. So it's in a way it's a good thing because I'm not fortunate enough to have casual conversations like meaningful from the gut. I'm not well. If it comes from here, it has to touch here. So yeah, regardless of what they say, it's definitely not my usual where we have a filter. So yeah, I speak to a lot of people, but it's a professional filter, and also there's money involved. I mean, they are sincere. It's just we can't go too. I want to say informal. We can't go too street. We can't just like say some wild stuff like like we say, like people's like okay, I had it right the first time. Like we say in my YouTube in the when I do the whole interaction. Whoop! Here we go. Donald here. It's a pleasure answering your questions today. And yeah, so where would we like to begin? Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay, let's see. I love schedule. So we're going to take a look very quickly. So what I could see in the calendar when this will happen, the guys here, oh, I do see definitely a date, love connection. He's showing up quite a bit. That's good. That's a good sign. They say, oh boy, over the next, okay, I wish it was like 3 days, but it's more like 4 days because leading into the most activity to see him in a real way is in like the first week of August. So that's like more like 5 days. I'm thinking 5 days. 5 days away. You might hear from him sooner, but I'm hearing August. Like, it could be next week, but the end of next week. Maybe because it falls into the weekend. But you do see him again. Oh, the spirit. I just know I just know how my gift works. So I'm just letting you know. Oh, he's here, but you're also standing. You're standing next to him. So, and when you both connect, it's a very strong like you both get together, and he's look is appearing as though he really wants to be involved. Like he wants. I think he's interested in a relationship, like taking things further. He's very much talking about that. Yeah, he's indicating that with his words. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that's not. None of that is what's going on. He's just giving opportunity for he's a communicator. So when you communicate with him, it's like he understands. Like he can share like what his intentions very quickly. That was a whole like okay, he would have to be able to do that for you to get the point and for you to say whoa 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 wait. But he also understands you as well. That's the reason why I'm calling him a good communicator because he understands you too, not just because he's a great orator. He can speak well, or speak, and he can recognize himself. But I'm saying he can also recognize how you feel about things. That's why he's pulled back. Oh, by the way, you have a lot of like active elements here. Like you have Leo vibrations, and you have Mars in that connection, which means I think he likes to be out in the open. Like he would want people to know that you two are doing something. So he's not going to be all. He doesn't want to be secret or anything like that. Oh, okay, girl. This is not your little witch friends doing a little 1, 2, 3 card tarot card reading for you, sweetie. I know you're gonna be mad because I'm not high soprano, but deal with it. You could either focus on the fact of who I am, what I am, or you go live the life I just told you about. You go get that man. Don't let me trick. Don't make me be trippy, so trippy you forget to go get your man. In other words, live your life. I gave you a good life. It's like, how does he get the? That's the occult. I'm not. That's the occult. What are you doing with that? Or like, now you can go fat shit for like a couple of years. But she didn't do that. So yeah, she didn't do all that. But I mean, it's just pretty typical. So I see it a lot. But anyway, oh by the way, she's going to be in. She's going to be in a very active relationship, which is good for her. She needs that. I think she kind of briefly explained she has some lame relationships. So she's like he kind of weirded her out. See, that's the thing. that I think um, women have a barrier with, and that yes, it's possible that men does not fully understand these things because they're too busy trying to portray that they are the man with the plan. Is that she could have lame relationships, like just to be lame. Like the guy is just like this boring, lame, and then she never really fully had like an experience where she's excited to be with the guy, and then she meets a guy that she's excited for, who's like doing all like the doors, um, working with her financially, being honest with her, asking her out, want to actually take her out on a date. Her past guys didn't like, no, well, you got to go out. Like, let's stay at home. I want to watch a movie. And, just boring, right? Just lame. And so she meets a guy that's like, wow, like she's like, I just want to go out. I just want to like just why can't we not just go or go over there? Why? We don't have to buy anything. It's just like walking, and like he wants to do those things and be seen, and 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 be like, look at us, a couple. And she's like, because she's all she's gotten was she wants that, but she's like, wait, is this real? Like she's trying to, universe, are you tricking me? So it's the same. It would be the same equivalent feeling if your boss uh, gives you like a significant promotion and you can't believe it. Imagine that. So if you're a guy and you're trying to say, I don't understand it, like, why wouldn't I take her out? But being a big head about it and like, you know, well, I don't think she should be wanting to not hang out with me anyway. What's her problem? Well, that's not me. That's other guys. Think of it like this: what if your foreman comes to you and says, "I want you to be the lead," or I don't know the word, but I want you to be the team lead. Can you do that? And I will pay you extra money. And then let's say you were like, you're doing well, but you're like, okay, I'm just gonna, I'm doing, I'm managing, and then he comes and says, you're getting a promotion today. Wouldn't you be shocked? So think of it like that. Think of it like a promotion, but it's an emotional promotion for women, females. Donald here. Well, you have your answers, so that I gave you time and date. Did you have a specific question in mind? Oh yeah, I had finished my sentence. My thoughts were finished. I just wanted to let you make sure that you understood that you're going with him, and it's going to be soon, but more like August, the first week of August. And yes, you're going to begin dating him. By the way, think of it like this. Think of it like his emotional promotion. You've had these. I guess you kind of described them. Informal language here, like lame relationships. Just kind of like boring relationships that just you just want it more. You're with the person, but you're like, well, at least I'm with someone. But you just want it better, and so this guy is like a kind of like a big surprise. It's like surprise. This guy actually knows what he's doing. Like, is this real? Like, wait, pinch me now. And so wake me up if you have to. I want is this real? And just informing you that he is going to do the things that I believe you've always some of the things you've always wanted. Like he likes to go out, he likes to do things as a couple, he likes to be seen as a couple. He will definitely enjoy the relationship, and he's really good about helping you to feel peaceful. He's not so self-centered. He knows he's a guy like a man, but he also knows that, well, the whole point is for you to enjoy his company. If he's always like being cantankerous, like what's wrong with him? He's kind of grouchy. How is that making you in peace and having a good being excited about being with him if he's that way? So yeah, right. So he's definitely looking at you in that way. So he just kind of like He's understanding how you're reading your communications, which means so far as like communicating, he's definitely in sync with you. So he just in sync with you, and he wants to have something more personal with you. He wants to get you comfortable being, again in a relationship. Give you a chance to think about it. No, you two are doing exactly as I'm describing. Exactly as I'm describing. That's how it has to flow. You needed time, and you take the time, just to, keep to yourself. Yeah, just take the time. Take this time to, sort of figure out like how to let go of those past situations. Yeah, take that time. You need it. Yes, you do. You do need it. And so when he so as he and in the first week of August, as he and you connect, that's how you got there. By you letting go of the fact that, hey, I know that I can't change the past, but I've gotten a promotion that I deserved. That's how it's gonna happen. Because it's like, are you like, because you're going with, I already read, are you sure? Are you sure? Is this real? If it's not, come on, pinch me and wake me up right now. I don't want to stay asleep. Is this guy fooling me or what? So what I'm saying is, well, you also are operating in the, how do you become a relationship? So it's coming from you too. So you're letting the past, the other ones go, so that he and you can connect over these past next 4 days. Between now and 4 days, you should be resolved and say, you know what, this guy is not them. I know that, but without him being a big head about it. Hey, I'm none of those guys. Why wouldn't you think I could do the things like go out and pay for the dinner and blah blah? Instead of that, happening like that, like, come on, you're not helping her. That's never encouraging. So he's like saying, well, unlike the past, the men that you, that's why we're going to take time and say, hold on, let me identify you. Just give me a moment. This is good for you to have this moment. To have this moment to say, okay, the past is the past, and I'm disconnected. I'm going to experience new things. The way I like to think of it is kind of like, okay, so this is true. Since you're going to do wonderful things with him for the very first time, that means for the first time, he's like your first. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, imagine you're with someone who's done the relationship poorly. You're the man, and he's been poorly at relationshiping, and he never. Okay, is that really a relationship? Like, you don't we don't call that a relationship. That you of course, somebody like in law would say, what is the relationship between you and so and so? Like, how do you know? Like, okay, but we talk about like person to person. It's not what you wanted out of a relationship. Like, that's not a relationship. This is a relationship. So it's like, because later on people say, now I know what a relationship is. So literally, this man could be your first in a lot of ways. I'm not saying that all the men in the past were so horrific, but I'm being very blunt. I'm saying the guy that's upcoming, you're gonna be like, wow. You're gonna say probably like, the guys that I had in the past, they didn't do these things. That means you don't. That means he's the first that to do those things. That makes him your first. So those guys can get off their trip. Like, I gave her a good time. I was her first. No, you were not her first. Not in the relationship, healthy spirit and all rewarding relationship way for her. That didn't happen. That means this is like a fresh start for both of you. For both of you. He right. Oh, the other part is he and you are very active. So there's a lot of activity going on between he and you as well. Well, the reason why I said that way is the relationship is far from boring. So he and you are going to actually have activities to do. Right. So transcending and moving forward and making those things happen for you, that's where you want to put your energies. enjoy actually being in a relationship actively. When I say actually, I mean actively. Actively going and actively go be with your man. Well, you for the next 4 days in that area, you need to deal with that. You need to deal with your past, as in terms of letting it, just like saying, "This is a different situation. I am deserving of a promotion." That's what those are words you need to know. I'm not saying like you're dealing with some kind of trauma. Not again. No, not. I'm not even speaking to traumas. By the way, I'm speaking to just the idea that this is a promotion. Think of it like, okay, if it was a if I was talking, if it was a male to have him understand, who says, well, why does she think that I'm like those other guys? It's more like thinking of it like if his boss gave him a promotion, how excited he would be. It's the same feeling you got, but it's emotional promotion. You're like, I'm so excited the universe has blessed me with a relationship, the kind of relationship that I wanted, and I was giving up. I was like, oh, is this all what men are? And then turns out it's not that is better than I ever had ever imagined. So that's the wonderful way of thinking about it. But now he's not thinking that you have a problem. Okay, okay. Now go live your life. I I'm so good. I'm so right. Uh, okay. She's gonna go live her life. Over like her energy is a bit low, but with him, her energy will be up. And I would never. Well, I don't do anything up or low, but I wouldn't do never connect. Mm-mm. On the slope, mm-mm. Go up, up, because up. That's where the family is. I'm like, get out of that mode. Stop. Don't be wasting people's time. Don't waste. Don't waste collectively. Don't waste our time. Go up. And with that man, by the way, I saw visions of family. I left some pieces out to get to the point, but it's family up there. That man, she has a family with him. She will have the idea relationship. So don't be coming down here trying to squab for child support. No, go up there and like you should have done the beginning and start a household with somebody who you actually love and who loves you. And that's why I'm the best one chosen to do these readings because you all know I always say I don't care what your pastors allow you to do or your prophets or your wise people allow you to do with them, but you will not do that here. Mm-mm. You will not do that here. And that's talking to women and men. Don't forget, I'm both women and men. I get them both. So yeah, I'm talking to both women and men. So just don't get it misconstrued. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm talking to both the women and the men. That means if lesbians and gays, women and men, female and male. I'm talking to the whole shebang. Look, Get up there and live life to the fullest. Don't be coming down here and you know fighting for I'm the pinnacle. When I'm the pinnacle, I'm the pinnacle. Okay, you know that I'm the pinnacle. I've always been the pinnacle, and nothing has changed. Um, yeah, life hasn't changed me so much that I am forgotten that I am at. I'm up. I'm here. I'm the all-seeing. Still, always will be, forever and ever. Ethan means long-lived. That's why I chose it for the company in the U.S. I'm long-lived. Okay, and also males, but alike, females and males. Okay, so anyway, so you're not coming down here. We're not gonna be fighting for child support and things. No, 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 or property or the property and money and power and or dynamics. No, no, you, stop wasting our time. No, you're going up to live and thrive in a beautiful life where you're gonna have the lifestyle that you dream. You know, yeah. So I'm so proud of her. Aw. And she was actually paying straight. She's paying that. She paid straight. Like she wasn't on some kind of plan. She's like per minute. So yeah. Oh, by the way, a different side of me comes out at per minute. That's true. If you ever wanted real like a real reading, I know it's kind of like what do you call it? It's tempting to say, "Oh, hold on, let me go get some extra minutes." Then I'm still giving you the version that is PG. But if you like that, move my soul. Yeah, that happens at per minutes in per minutes because think about it. I'm naturally thinking about look, they're paying a lot. One, two. I need to be give them very detailed information. Like here. So with all that, I'm making sure that you're not confused. I do that already, but sometimes they're like, could you know, put a little weed in that? I'm like, not at this one, not right here. No, not on this level, because there's no reason. We have plenty of time, and it is not, you know, it's like having infinite time. But yeah, that feeling of out of the like I'm thinking at okay in their anticipation of okay how long do I want to do this by minute? So I'm like here as I'm being like detailed and kind of straight like very straightforward. So if you want like move my soul, yeah, that it comes out naturally with that and because of the circumstance. It's not because necessarily the money, but it's the fact that people are like, that's what I really feel like they're saying, I'm paying you, so like I'm not gonna ask you questions. She's like, you don't need a name or nothing. I'm like, that's why I said I just know how my abilities work. Come on, I'm doing something serious here. That's why I opened up that window and said, look, this is not none of your witchy friends, you know, doing a little bit of three-card tarot card readings for you. This is no, this is there's a whole nother level. You wouldn't believe it, and when you see it, you'll be jealous. Trust me, you'll be envious, not jealous, envious. You'll be envious of it. And then I have to kind of stay out of the area of, wait. Since when do males mind read? Wait, that's you. That's a that males. Okay, you don't get to be there. You don't have my. I'm not giving you permission to be in that space. So yeah. So I'm like, mm-mm. No, you're gonna go with him. You're gonna go walk with him, and trust me, if he's not a very good son, I would know, and I would tell it to you. If he's not a very good son, if he's not gonna be a good son, I will, because I have many sons. So many sons in the world, males. When I say sons, I mean males. Then we can get one that's ready for what you're trying to do. And there are some men who want what women want. I want relationships. I want dirt. I want arguing. I want those things. I like because it still works for me. There, yeah, I can read those, but I can also tell when people really need relationships. I could tell, like relationship experience, especially when they need relationship experience and it's a good guy. I'm like, oh yeah, your reading is already done. Mm-hmm. So there we have it. Here we go. So so anyway, that's how I read. That's why my readings are always gonna be like. So why your readings always like so good? Why your readings are like that all the time? That's why my readings are the way they are. I don't know why. What's the difference? But I'm doing pretty well. 7 views with my. So I guess I have to work with that where I can go live through my stage and because I can show images and we can read articles together. Or whatever. If I write something, we could read what I wrote together. Because I'm getting this year I'm getting comfortable with writing regularly, and people know what I'm writing. So or they say thank you, and they come and they read with me. So which is amazing. They spend that time with me. That's happening here. The one that's American. So I am absolutely working. I'm absolutely working with my energy with my channel. I guess yeah, my channel and of course the aim is where I can work with everybody, and in a good way, good healthy way. Uh, and but I'm very much aware, that there's that I still every day, every reading, every single reading I like to think of are they're like a test. They're a test. Each reading is a test, I think. So I was trying not to get so complacent with the readings, but I like the idea that um, you know, everybody, like all my clients, are doing really well, and also I guess it's going to be in August, upcoming. I think. Hopefully, I get this and I capture this in the next few weeks. Okay, so this company that I'm at take us a lot of time, and I need to focus on the other company with the writing, and I'm a bit nervous about it, but it's like they like all the spirit because when I'm writing to them, I'm sharing spiritual things. It's kind of like reading a book, but somebody's sending you half a page a day, or see that's okay. There it is. I just said it out loud. I said the inside out loud. I like. Do I have to write every day? Oh gosh, I'm like, yeah, this is a piece. This is the next one because it's not even a half a page. It's more like a paragraph because it's only 900 characters, so that's 150. So that's an elementary paragraph. Paragraph is 150 words. So That's the first paragraph you end up writing, I believe. Yeah. When they start really saying, okay, this is a paragraph. So now with special software, I could send them some, some pages. Uh, I saw the software, but I'm like, yeah, the business has to pay for that for itself. I'm like, right now I don't see the. It doesn't look too lustrous. It looks cool, and that's what makes me want to do it because that's what I would usually would do. But yeah, so yeah, the more the ability that I'm able to do things comfortably. Yeah, you're like, how did you do that? 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 Yeah, to see, because I already did the exciting things. Like the exciting things, I worked backwards. So when I would just pay for it out of myself, I guess I would just get the software and then I would just do it. That's just the way that I would work. So I don't need to do that now though. I would just come in. I would just say like, let me just get this like software. Let me play with it, and I learned all there was is to it. That then I took OBS and ran with it. Um, I've gotten writing programs. Like I know what to do with it. And now that I'm here, now people are like, oh wow, do more. They want the results of the writing, which is they want to receive pages. So like, okay, you want a book? Okay, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it where I'm comfortable. I'm not gonna do it just because I can. So, but when I the what I can do in the parameters at this time with the company, I can. I get rewarded for it. So, and besides, it's for my readings, and those are not paid. So, and we can have email readings or information is coming through email. So there's another kind of thing. So I could say, you know, uh, I could say, through email readings and also get my attachments and things like that. I could do that if they want, because yeah, because then it would be making it my wild. Kind of like, so I would pretty much be buying a reading plus buying a with reading material with it. Like, yeah, 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 sure, exactly. And also, when if they were to buy email, it's also they get more. So they're very happy with what I'm doing. I just that I've already walked. I kind of like I already covered the ground, and I'm already certain what I can do. Yep. So that's where we are at. It's 11. Wow. Okay, the time is moving pretty fast. Well, technically, 1 hour's gone by. So I've had an exciting first 1 hour. Okay, so okay, we'll keep going. Okay, So we definitely have to kind of see where their mind is at. Yeah, but I'm definitely learning how to, this, the energy. Definitely know how to guide the energy. Yeah. The one thing is that I guide people from this energy, but some people want to investigate the energy. So that's another thing. I guess I'm more and more that I'm seeing that I'm right about life. Like I'm starting to like not. Well, I should say I think I'm being more a little bit being more assertive that asserting that no, actually this is the right path. Follow this. They're like, oh, did you get the growth that you needed? Now I'm like, no, seriously, this way. The U.S. frame of thinking. Okay, so U.S. frame of thinking are always like, no, no, let me do it. Just let me do it. And I'm like, go ahead and do it. It's like you're not gonna come chasing in after me. Oh, we can imagine someone for you to do it who will show up for you because it's what happens, and then you'll see that we had it right from the start, but you were curious. So I had to, you had to find out. You had to learn. This was part of your journey, part of your growth. Very Western. The East and Europe are like, no, take control of me. And I'm like, I don't want to be a guru like that. Like so, like they want me to be like, no, don't do that. I mean, not that I don't have the credentials, but I was trying to avoid it. I was trying to avoid having to the shepherd people. On the other hand, the person who I did this with got made it through customs in this climate and went to Disney World in California, and is like, is set up in an apartment and everything, and is kind of touring the Northwest. Going to end up in going to Ohio and then going to yet another country. So they're like traveling the world now. So when I get that energy, I'm like, I kind of starting to push back on people who are like, the well, I don't need you to like. I just want to know what this person is feeling, and when I know full on well, their time is being completely obliterated. So, yeah, I have another. My guy, he's doing business all over like in a completely different culture. We're talking about Arab culture and Vietnamese culture. Working it, wow, in this climate, and then like where did that come from? And then I got another one who is going to a wedding. Oh yeah, and today, very extreme, like high dollar, expensive Paris vacation with her twin flame. Another one is buying a property that has a house, but it also has a shop, and it's by the lake, and there's fields, and there's woods, and it's on the way into the downtown city area, so they have to come that way. So people will be dropping in, and so she will now have a space where she could do workshops, and both her children, are of age, like college years. So there you go. You know, uh, apple in the eye. So she can get some. Hey, come here, come here. Get on camera. Tell them, yeah, tell them they want this. Buy this oil. Buy this from my mom. Like, oh, okay. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying a sweet spot right now. Sweet, sweet. So that's so bad. The way I put that. But make them kids sell their product. The college, uh, they're freshmen. Yeah, so yeah, lots of good things. Hmm. So I'm right because I'm seeing the results of their lives. I'm looking at the fruits that I like. These are good fruits. Seeds planted, and from it, good fruit, great trees grew and produced wonderful fruits. Um, and it's like, the labor was worth it. Was the work worth it? Yes. But anyways, so I guess I had to get in the habit of writing more frequently. Oh gosh. So write something every. In my brain, I'm like writing every day. It's good exercise, but I know how to write. And then I'm also like, wait a minute. If I write to them, I'm actually giving my book information. Like, I mean, I could be writing that. I could be putting that towards my ebooks. So that's my issue. Because when I'm writing to them, I'm sending it to them, but it doesn't mean they even have to respond. They'll read it and they say thank you, but they're also walking away with a page that I could put in a book, or at least a paragraph I could put in a book, unless I think of it as like and give them something entirely different. But it's more like words of encouragement, but not something that you could get away with by putting in a book. But it does give you ideas, which that's the point. It is inspirational, so I can speak to them in that way and making sure that anything that I would incorporate into my book, I can withhold. But one thing I do like is like the area, because it has like a AI software, and it kind of I love the idea that it's like the AI built in it, so I can do a wonderful piece, even if it's just a paragraph, 150 words or 900 characters. It's pretty nice. So yeah, I think they're wanting more frequent. So I'm thinking like maybe at the top of the week I should have did it. Oh, today is Monday. Oh yeah, that's why I'm losing it. I'm always living. My mind's always living in the future. That's the thing about being a future, like having the ability to read the future. I'm always in the future. So I'm speaking to you like I'm speaking to you like it's Tuesday. But today is actually the day that I should write because I don't, I'm off today. But I have to stay on this one an hour longer, so till 4 o'clock. That's 10 p.m. their time. Um, but I did majority work yesterday, so it should be pretty calm today. So yeah, it's gonna be. Oh, and it's Sunday too. I keep forgetting it's Sunday. I keep wanting to skip this. Oh, it is Monday. See. I'm doing it again. Time leaping. Excuse me. It's Monday. I did all the work Sunday, so I could have an easier today. There we go. Got it. this is the one. If I go live on this one, I can't go live like this. I have to go live like this, and then y'all pour in, and the system starts. Like I get like 70 people in here. By the way, for the first time in my, in my streaming right now. Okay, eight. Well, I have 8 views, but you know, you know what I mean. It's not it's not the same. I've had a taste of it, and I know, and I've done it. Like every time I do it, it works. So, like if I was to end this one and go live, like on my phone, you all would find me. And another thing, sometimes I overthink what like YouTube and TikTok. I overthink it. I think it's smarter than what it is. It's actually not. It's not overly like, oh gosh, you gotta be a big genius. No, I said so. By that, I skip the simplest things because I'm always trying to make it into big formula, and I also work kind of backwards because I make things to big formula. Now it just got it down to the minute. I kept going. It's like, okay, that formula is gone. Okay, the formula got shorter and shorter, all the way to where do I go live on my computer? Do I go live like vertical versus horizontal? Does it matter? It does for me at least. So my path is vertical phone you all. But I'm getting visitors, which means I have to kind of like invite you to the which I consider to be the stage, like a studio to the studio where I could do the shows. The awesome shows where when I have telling a story and there's like thumbnails, and we have an ongoing story as well. But and all of a sudden, this whole vertical thing happened. This I've discovered that, so it's kind of messing with my mind because I'm saying, well, why can't I not? Where I'm actually telling my story, like what's up with that? But somebody came in and said story, as in tell the story, tell the story. So you are what? Why not part of the live? Why not? Why any signs of the live? Oh my gosh! So I'm trying to piece. I have to piece these things together. And so far as like or such as what do you call it? Of course, the watch hours are like okay. So the X amount of watch hours that it takes. That the one thing is good. Um, the watch hours that on here it would take me. I had to stay on for 6 hours, 5 6 hours, to obtain the watch hours that I want, and then when I do it, but when I do it from here, far less time. So I was for an hour, but I had got 4 hours of watch people. Well, because everybody's watching. So there's some upsides to doing, I guess both. I guess I have to like kind of build that up a little bit more. So that's what's going on, or that's what I've learned so far. I had never done shows that are like associated to Africa. So I'm doing that. I'm doing that now. Uh, yeah. So yeah. Far okay. How long was this video? Or how? Yeah, I think that was an hour, but I got like from all the people that watch, like triple. So that's what I'm talking about. And my numbers by the week and to 28 days are healthy numbers. So they're going up. 90-day one, healthy. The views are happening. So that's another thing. These way get me views. The views in order to get healthy number so that all my numbers are healthy. And also earn subscribers. And so I say this to say that I'm telling you this like the rundown. So I kind of want people to know. I know that people say I'm not trying to become a YouTuber, but I'm just saying I don't want I don't like the terms, but I but just in case, I know people are saying I'm not trying to become. I don't need to know like how tos and like what are you doing on live? I guess. Okay, I'm gonna try to relax. I'm gonna try to chill a little bit. Oh, oh, that feels so good. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was so good. Okay, it's another one. Another one in there. Ugh. The first steps to being the best is to do your best. The first step to being the best is to do your best. The first step to being your best is to do your best. The first step to being your best is to do your best. The first step to being your best is to do your best. The first step to being your best is to do your best. The first step to being your best is to do your best. The first step to being the best is to do your best. The first step to being the best is to do your best. Okay, I'm ready now. I also have a story. I have two stories and other stories I'm going to start. I'm sorry. I don't know if I want to do them in vertical though. I don't even know if I should. It's just how are you going to get the thumbnail? Or how and I like to use images to tell this to help facilitate the story. Yep, I have two. Y'all, can I tell y'all something for real? On TikTok, people said that they did a month's work. TikTok changed their policy overnight, and then TikTok kept most of them of each individual's money and cut them a minimal portion of that money. So like, what's the percentage? Let's see how much. So let's say they did $5,000. They're expecting $5,000, and then um, so they got 10%. They gave them 10%. 10%. They went I want no, they went Old Testament. They went Egypt on them. It was like they did them like Old Testament Egypt. Did you know Old Testament Egypt? It was 5% actually. It was 5% in Egypt. No, they didn't get like 10,000. That's fifth. No, mm-mm. Hold on. Let me see. 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 So it's more like 0. Yeah, it's more like maybe 0.1%. 0.1%. Mm-hmm. Isn't that wild? That's wild. They didn't do the. They didn't. Okay, the people who did the work, then they get paid by you no longer can do this. Here it is. Like they like I guess it goes with hit them in the pocket. Okay, I could see that. I may be embellishing about the that they went as far as giving them the Egypt treatment. Joseph, by the way, when Joseph become okay, so Joseph was sold off by his envious, excuse me, not jealous, envious brothers because his daddy gave him a real like oh but he's the youngest and daddy gave him a beautiful coat with or robe with many colors and then they put him in a pit and it's kind of like they sold him. So he's in Egypt and he ends up saving them too. By the way, he shows them grace uh, further up, but he ends up being able to run the whole city. Basically, he was the pharaoh put him in charge of governing things, and he was able to correct famine, make them help them become prosperous, get them money, things like that. And then he, so far as like a tax thing, he said, I guess it was like five. Well, he used the number five. So eventually, so originally the number instead of it was being 10%, it was 5% for like tax, and then they were able to like grow and thrive, and everybody's bellies were fed, and lots of wine, and just lived a great life. And then, as the story goes, and I love that the comparison from it goes from 5% to 10%. So it wasn't always 10% in terms of like tithe. It started out originally it's 5%. Mm-hmm. I don't think a lot of people know that. I don't hear people speaking about that. So it's like we'll say 1 to 10%. They gave so it's no 0.01% to up to 10% of their earnings. And people are like, I was expecting 5,000, but got 500. Like they was expecting like big payout because they had done all the work for that month. But TikTok changed their policy like the night before and put it all out there, and which means they kept that money. And in my head, I'm thinking they did that, orchestrated it, landed it just before payday to help them pay off the legal battle against the administration, who's saying sell it, sell it, sell it to America. And they're like, like they're in court right now. So I'm like, I just it just like writing on the walls, like metaphysical work. I'm like, that's what they did. They know if they. That's why they don't let my channel get monetized. They know if they would have done that and I was in there, oh yeah, TikTok would be getting sold for sure. Yeah, I'm a bad mojo. As they say, do you know you shouldn't trick a wizard? You never want to cheat a wizard. That's bad luck. Yeah. So yeah. But anyway, that happened, and they're like on doing doing TikTok videos about it. But on the other hand, they are looking at it, but at the same time, they're saying they're not mad because TikTok has done a lot for them. Clearly, they were expecting thousands of dollars at the end of the month. That's pretty much of a just a job, and that gets them halfway to the 10,000 a month mark. So that's not bad at all. And you only imagine that those who are making that amount um, a month. So all of them by the end of the video, had something more constructive to say, like, "Hey, y'all, the policies have changed. Don't do this. Don't do that." They took a lot. They took the money that I was expecting, and I only got this. Like, but TikTok has been good to me though. They're like let's not get mad about it. So nobody's mad, but I'm just, being what I do is I help people benefit. So I couldn't help but see where they're not benefiting. So, and I was able to see, okay, what was, because I'm used to people asking me, well, why they're doing it that way. So naturally, psychically, I was able to see it, like, that's why they're in courts. They're going to use some of that money. They're going to use that lump to fend off the administration, because they're in court right now, that they lost, because, and oh yeah, and they did lose that. So, and they also said, I guess they were asking for either more time, but the Supreme Court or something said, no, or they, oh no, they wanted more time to see what the Supreme Court would do. They wanted to escalate it, and they said, no, you haven't really substantially proven that this is some form of going against your First Amendment rights or something like that. So they said, so it's like, oh. So they had to get the money, and like, some of it from TikTok, and like, here. But I get it. They're in the, it's like, well, obviously their fight is the people who work for them fight, kind of like a business. Hey, we're making some cuts. At least we're not cutting you. We just, yeah, it's kind of, we kind of squeeze you a little bit, but we can work and build us up again. Don't worry. So yeah, that's kind of what happened. Mm. I guess there's reason for some empathy there, integrity, and like, empathy is learned. I could see why that would be. Right? Yeah. I yeah, I saw it. I saw it. Hmm. And this is 11:42. Oh my goodness! But I still like TikTok though. And I think that the new policy is, um, still good. I don't see any. I mean, it almost seems speculative because, by the way, if the new policy was being rolled out but not enforced, then did the policy ever change? Then, if the policy never changed, then why did people's money get taken? That doesn't taste is that doesn't taste like sour apples, or lime. Actually tastes good. All right, we're cool. Everybody likes a little salt. Mm, here, let me look. Okay, because I've been seeing, people performing. I see talking people. Okay, that's a holy roller. People working out. See, that was another thing. Expectations of work. I mean, working out stuff, but not like the guys do where they don't have a shirt on. But that's another one. Yep, here's a microphone. Somebody's speaking and singing into the mic. They're like covers and things. And I seen all of that yesterday. And I saw bands, like live bands, live. What do you call it? When you go to a concert, I saw the concerts was early, so this is not the time that they come out. Whoa. At first, I thought that was. Oh, and DJs. I saw DJs last night as well. I don't think they're on the phone. Let me see. Because they said they were sued and they lost. Um, Something along the lines of, what do you call it? Copyright. So, like people covering their music, and even by voice, they said that was an issue. Okay, this is gonna give us a better scope of the landscape here. Well, it's also early. This usually come on later in the night, in the evening. So I doubt that they're gonna do anything. But they are. But it's true. They do want more um, unique, personalized stuff, like from the person. Like be creative. Also, what else? Yeah, it's too early. Yep, here's somebody right here. Music library. Yep, they're choosing from the music library and doing the drum set. They got the mic, coffee drums, taking requests. So, music journey for, so there's a DJ. Yep, my case in point. So, when they took that money, oh boy, did they take the money. So, and they said, is this why? Because of policies it changed? And also, some like the I guess, well established ones reached out to TikTok themselves and asked, like, hey, they said, no, that's not happening. Not, there's not going to be any changes. We just like this, the wording is reworded. That's okay. Yeah. So, yeah, there are still musicians on all across the board. So there's musicians that have their, who just like who do instruments, no requests. They just really, they're true musicians. But then there's um, musicians who are taking requests to do, I guess, covers. And then, but the one that they're really targeting are the DJs. The DJs are still performing. Of course, I saw them last night, and I saw them today. So the reasoning for them taking the money, the reason that they did the video, the reason that is used to support why they took 90% or 95%, 90 to 95% of their month's work is because it's not stable. That can't be the reason. Donald here. A pleasure. Welcome. I'm Donald. And how would we like to begin today? Mm, mm, right. Okay. Right. One thing that I can pick up on is he seems to be scattered, and I guess it's like his foundation is shaken. Like he likes security, and sometimes he can, be a little like restrictive. I get the sense that it's very difficult, like for him, to like you say, like give a little. Like he's very like he's very much restraining, and it restricts like the ability to just meet up, just to talk. That's a thing that's matched to his personality. It sounds like, it feels like. I'm over here multitasking a bit, but as I go on to read further, oh, he's definitely like a bit emotional as well. I mean, he keeps it on the inside. He's a male, but I mean, like he holds on to things. I think he holds also grudges. Like he doesn't let go as easily. Is also what I see. Like he just keeps being either remembering it and then reminding it. I would imagine he would bring things up as well that he said, okay, we talked about it. We squashed it. Water on the bridge, and then something happens, and he brings it up or something. So he has a thing about not letting things go, is what I see. Hmm. Especially when it comes to social realms. I get that strong sense. There's a lot of like activities here. They say that like his path work is 9. He's a 9. So he would rather choose like I guess the power in the or dynamically, or like he's not very giving on his side. Like he might say that in this area he could like, again, restricted or self-reserved in this sense wouldn't is not the right usage. They said that when he coming up to solutions, it's like he would allow relationships to go down, because he seems to be very, I guess, anxious in that space. Like emotionally, it's like he cannot handle it. So like he lets things go. Like he loses opportunity on love and connection and friendships. He lost friendships because, okay, maybe the friend made a mistake or something was brought to light. Like he doesn't really offer that. That's the thing. He has like high moments and low moments with him in the social realm. um, he just, yeah, he wouldn't, he does, it's like he doesn't allow things to progress. They said, what about the possibilities for friendship? That is what this seems to be affecting his and your connection, even as part, maybe as an idea. His ego, he's intense, isn't he? He's very intense in this space. He's been intense, I guess. Like taking, this is extreme what he's doing. He's very self oriented, self centered a bit. He's self centered. That's what he is. Hmm. Yeah. He's so self centered to the point that he rather look after himself and his well being going forward, like his future, than say, okay, I give chances. But actually, he leaves very little room to giving chances in this case. Not like you did such a big thing that he couldn't, be forgiving, but it's like he's willing to sacrifice a beautiful relationship like with you because you can, now that you like, hey, look, we can talk this through. And now he's saying, well, he'll sacrifice it. Mm-hmm. Well, so in the sense of like, okay, what about he as a gift? So they say, well, would he ever like pursue this? reconnecting, reconciliation with you. So it starts there in this second part of the journey, and it illustrates that he sometimes it's a reunion. It's like his crossroads are he made a decision. Like his crossroads, he could either pursue this with you or do the other side of the crossroad. And it feels like he's choosing to do the other side of the crossroad. I think that he's choosing another direction in relationship. So this, un, un, as this continues, it's a bit blocked, and like the reconnection, the getting reconciled, and the synchronicity is that's what's how it plays out in that sense. You might find that okay, so it's like spinning wheels. Like your wheels are gonna feel like they're spinning. Like you keep trying and trying and trying, putting yourself out there, but he's beginning to do very little, and he'll also continue to give very little. Like they're showing me my favorite symbols, champagne bottles that and he doesn't open the champagne bottles. It's a closed and it's wrapped, the foil at the top. It's still wrapped. So it's like nothing, it's not overpouring, nothing like that. It's just sitting there. It's like, oh, sorry. It's like, are you gonna, oh, champagne, are you gonna open it? It's like, he like just sets it down and just walks away from it. He's like you give oh we can get together like then you say well he and you can celebrate. I mean he and you can celebrate and then he's like no I think I'm going to back away or like the big your big move was you'll meet with him but he'll say very little. That's another what like he's what do you call it kind of bitter, like, you're still mad, aren't you? I'm not mad. But then you say, oh, well, I'd like to invite you to a dinner or a lunch. And then, like, he'll say, I'll think about it. And you'll be communicating that he not show up for the lunch. Or if he does show up, he's not talking or interacting, or he doesn't eat anything. He doesn't get involved with the participate. He doesn't participate. Like so, he's very like bitter and very like I'm not taking the high ground here. I'm literally like gonna be petty, and you'll see that side of him. Like if you when you're when you're happy and you're talking to him, he may not like he'll like say be just nonchalant like you know you know it's like why are you like this you usually talking with me and we're laughing we're trying to map out what we're gonna do so that's kind of like the situation that's going on with him. But it makes me think that because a lot of guys would take advantage of this, but he's like not even want to. I mean, you know what I mean? Like take the opportunity to connect with you, and then maybe go on a few dates and see how it plays out. But he's because you're open, but he's definitely saying he doesn't even want to give it a chance. Like he's like, oh, it's he doesn't want to even make it happen. Hmm. Hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. It is definitely a lot, and it sounds like um, this is, a type of situation where you're going into a direction, and that your path is, it's not, it doesn't quite lead quite to him, but it's just a lot that's, that you have to consider, a lot that has happened. But it's good because it's like letting you know what you're looking for in a partner, even though he has all the, maybe he has potential. Maybe that's also some of it, that he actually has potential. It's just he's just not quite there, and you definitely need someone who is there, who's ready. But it isn't him. But and feelers all try to, you know because they have the ability to grow a person, mature, emotionally mature a person, and really help that person and get them invested in the person. But that's also taking too much of your time and energy from your away from your spirit path to do that. He becomes your spirit project, your spiritual path, spiritual working, shadow work, and that's not really what spirit is for. Spirit is like, I want to be free. His spirit path is his spirit path. What about ours? Because then we start, like you said, you do more than he, and then the champagne bottle never even opens. It's not worth it, because when spiritually, if you're going to do spirit work, you're going to get a reward. You'll be rewarded for the work you do. But there's no reward in this, doing this one, taking him on as your work. If you were getting rewarded, that'd be different though. But he's gonna be a very unbalanced. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're thinking from all that you have to bring. You're thinking from the point of view what you have to bring, but you have to consider what he has to bring. That part gets left out. You're considering the I like that were with him. You were with him, and you gave of yourself, but then in the return, there's so much of you being left out of the conversation. There should have been a reward from interacting with him. There should be a reward, even if you like. You know what you're saying, and replace the reward. You're saying how good you would be for him, what he would get by being with you. That's what you're doing. It's kind of like the boss. If they hired me, the boss would, like, their business would just grow, and I would be like dominate in that position. I would make the company a lot of money. But then we're not thinking, well, what will the company do for you? It's like that. That's what it is. There's something missing. You're not off. You're not off. It's just that you're leaving yourself out. You're doing something so noble that it's at to your detriment. You're doing something so good, it's too good. Not too good to be true. It's true, but it's too good. Okay. You're giving your very best. You're giving your young energy, your vital energy. Clearly, you're vital and young vibrationally to someone who just I don't want to say not deserving, but they definitely not ready to take on to respect it. Like, you know how parents, they if they're lucky to give, if you're lucky to be given a car, they don't come out and give you a brand new one. I mean, we're not talking about, we're leaving celebrities out of this, but I'm talking about like just like next door neighbor to, they got the parents, they get them a used car. Here, drive this $1,000 car to school and get around, get the little job. No, we're not giving you a brand new one. We got to, like, you got to learn to respect this one. Like, you're giving him the expensive stuff, like your emotions, your heart, your time, and he doesn't know how to. He's not ready for it. It's not that he doesn't. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but he's not ready to take care of it, to take care of your heart. Hmm. Hmm. Well, okay, so there's a crossroads, and what that meant was he was intending to, with the crossroads. Okay, so he had there's a, okay, so the reading described an opportunity to begin a journey with you, or but he would choose the crossroads and would, and then when they mentioned that, would go on and do other things, the things that he is, why he's restricting, being so restrictive, because, and it's because, yes, he's interested in other, like another direction completely, intimately, romantically, in terms of a partner, but also, yeah, it's like he wants to focus on himself, in other words. Well, yeah, of course he wants to make money, but so do the women, but a guy is going to say, I just want to focus on money. That's code for, I don't want to be bothered right now. I don't want to be responsible for anybody or for a relationship. I'm just kind of doing whatever I want to do right now. My interests are other than what he, yeah, he option with you. His interests are, he's interested in other things that he wants to do, and I do mean like dating. I'm pretty sure it's like he's not going to skip that. He's not saying, he's going to just be like a, like a, somebody who's going to, be meditating and mowing the lawn, something. No, that he is definitely like going to be going out and, yeah, hanging out with ladies, of course. So that's what he meant. He's like, he is not trying to settle down right now. He's not taking life too serious. And he want to, kind of date and things like that, fool around, make some mistakes, and then make money. That's what he means. Like, I'm too young for this. I'm not that serious. I'm not looking to be like, like a companion and holding hands, and, he's like, wow, that's a very, that guy got it right. He's got his mind together. He got him a nice woman. Well, and he got a job. Ooh, no, that's nice. He's like, I need time to make some errors. Mhm. Mm, exactly. And you have much more to give, and you have been giving much more to him than he's given you, other than his time. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he couldn't give or give enough, but he gave time with you. But you've been going over, wait, well over. Mm-hmm. Exact. That you did let it out. Good, good. It just come up. Good. You're letting it out now. No begging him. It like no, no begging him or nothing. Uh, there you. Oh yeah. Good. Let it out. Yes. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. Right. Hmm. 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 Good. Well, that's a wonderful gift that you have. You have a wonderful gift. And yes, and you read him perfectly. It's just don't what keeps you you're not blindfolded, but it's what keeps you from giving up on him is because you know you possess the ability to make him better. That's why. And you're not giving up on a soul. You're right. You're not giving up on a soul, on his soul. That's why. You just can't because you know what to do and you're like you come on I can I know how to get this together. And like some people they just right now they just want to their time to make a mistake or they don't want the help. Like he doesn't want to grow with right now like that. So it's also that part. So it's like, so you mean you don't want me to elevate you? Wow, like who says that? Like this is your way forward. Don't you see the stairs ascending to all the hopes and dreams you ever wanted to materialize? You like you know how to do it, and he's not looking for that right now. Mm, there, there you have it. There you have it. There you have it. Mm, mm, that's right. Mm, 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 mm. Well, he's not. No, I don't want to. No, he said what he said his piece. You're working with them. You're working with that. You have to be the one to work with your emotions and embrace the things as they are. Yes, you need to let go. So to give yourself a chance, not to give him a chance. You're not doing him a favor. You're saying I owe this to myself because he didn't give me what I needed. Okay. Mm, okay. 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 Right. Hmm. Who hasn't taken a big chance on life? Life is about human participation. It requires your participation. You know, we're allowed to explore. You explored. Good, good, good. That's good. And it's good that you know now what kind of standard you're looking for in a guy, in a companion. Now what we do is create affirmations and materialize that guy. It's not going to look like him. That's okay. But you know what? It's got to be better than him. Somebody who can readily give you what you want. Okay. Oh, you got to be, yeah. That's important for ladies. Ladies always say, "Will you be attracted to him?" I should hope so. If I'm calling him your twin flame, yes. Physical attraction is a big thing. That's called I have to be attracted to you. That's correct. Beyond, thank you. Yes, and energetically, yes. Okay. Hmm. Wow. Hmm. Yes. Mm, okay. Hmm. Hmm. To create your wonderful affirmations for what the kind of standard relationships you want to bring into your life now. You know now what you want. You didn't let a guy near you, but now you opened up and now universe knows that okay, you want, you're affirming and now we can manifest. Mhm. Yes. A- and so mote be. Then we add so mote be and we send that out there to the universe. You begin to generate and your aura is sending the signals to these types of guys to attract, not the guys that you say, that's a pass. It's going to be very difficult to pass up the one then you that's saying you that guy has all the qualities that I literally sent out to the universe and he must be the one. I feel it. I don't usually feel anything for guys. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. So, what this is going is, as you begin this new journey, is that first of all, there is indeed an offer. You are approached. It's a complete stranger. You don't know him at all. Zilch, zero. You know him? You don't know him at all. In fact, he's in silhouette. So when he this stranger comes into your visual for the very first time, yes, you're still kind of contemplating about commitment, because now you're saying, okay, look, guys are just very not, they've not been committal, at least not with me. But and it's like I don't want to regret, go make moving into this and something, and then nothing happens with it. So it comes happens at an awkward moment that you just weren't expecting. It's in the public again. Yeah, like guys, you attract guys naturally. That's a compliment. In public, they're not trying to like wait till you're it's dark and no one's around and then approach you. Okay, they actually like they see you sitting there, to yourself, or enjoying your, and everybody's trafficking about and running about, getting their drinks and eating, and then he approaches you and he introduces slowly. He like, hey, so how's your evening? Are you from here? Oh, by the way, my name is. And then you're like, oh, this guy's charming. Wearing a black jacket, by the way. Wearing a dark, it seems like it has fabric on, like fabric jacket, corduroy type dark jacket. He has medium, it's to me like light hair, like medium light hair, not groomed, and male, strong chin, strong facial feature, chin, and dark eyes, what I could see. Very friendly, young presenting, mature guy. This one is, as you would say, older but mature, like young, like young presenting though. Hmm. And then it's a connection. Oh, and tall. He is tall. Big bodied. I would like broad, like the whole wide frame going on with him. He got a bit of a wide frame. So definitely a dude. A dude's dude. A man's man, a dude. Um, that's the type of guy this one is going to be when you meet him. He's from there. It's like he's maybe been living there for a while. Doesn't have a relationship. Um, but is doing relationships, but is single when he runs into you. Doesn't have the setbacks. Like I don't see family around him. He talks of his personal family, like the family he grew up in, a lot. Like he could talk about that, but not like they didn't extend. So when you meet him, you're meeting a guy who's pretty much single on his own, but has it together, and he's living life and dating more or less, on the market type dating. So, but he does relationships in a healthy way. Like he has like these long term, like so there's a woman he was seeing, and it was like for nearly a year. It's like that's the way it goes for him. He's trying to find the right one that where they both want to stay equally. They want to both stay. So this is his breakthrough moment. He meets you. Someone who says she can keep up with him. She doesn't. Maybe she doesn't mind that that he's still working through some challenges. I believe his challenges is he's stable with his money, but like he still seems to be on the move. So I think that settling down literally means, is he going to settle down, as in that means being that you're visiting, you're right exactly where his heart is, because he likes to travel. That's his thing. Like he'll stay in a place for like 3 4 years, five, minimum 5 years, and then he's moving again. So he kind of is a mover, um, but he has the money and he also has a position in work to do it. It's like this work allows him to travel. But then it's like he comes to his clients. He goes to the business. He goes to the money. They say, but he's very good with his money, and it's gotten him into comfortable spaces. Or well, he meets you, and so he's well, I would say supported in that sense. And then he would travel to you, or travel, or you to travel to him, and he would then meet you or assist in getting you to him. That whole bit, making arrangements for you so you can stay together for a week. He's definitely that the type of personality where you both would spend time together for a few weeks or something like that. Like if you were to like, hey, are you gonna be in the town? Come stay. He want you to stay with him. Then you can stay at my house. Yeah, that's him. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. And besides, this is your time now. Now you're the star. You're no longer the subordinate actress. You are the star actress. It's your time, and you can have that relationship, the one that you're talking about now. You're already starting to generate it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, because it's like watching a show about adults and they got kids, and the kids are like one-liners. One-liners. You're not one-liner no more. You have risen. You're experienced. You're an advanced actor now. Now you get to have more lines. You're saying monologues, the inner monologue of your life. That's Leo. Inner monologuing, and now we're calculating everything. Now we know, like, oh, this is where you get your breakthrough. You're going to be the breakaway star of your life, and you're going to have that man that's going to be just like that type of love that you both can rise above all the little challenges. Even starting out where you got the distance, that doesn't mean anything. Only but to the two hearts involved. Endearing love. That's what you're going to get. You're moving towards endearing love. Mm-hmm. It's going to be beautiful. Yes. Of course. Yes. Yes. Well, well, clearly we don't do things like men, but so that I'm a psych. I always say I'm a psychic because I don't do the things that men do. Just saying, but I definitely you need me to be in a place where to guide you to the right men that you're looking for. So this is that man. I have my friend. This man, he's a man though, but he gives it to me straight. He tells me about men. No, I'm not that guy. That guy's gonna be like, hooking you up with the wrong guy. He'd be like, yeah, that guy was no good. Well, that was my best friend. I don't see how you two didn't cut. He really seemed to really like you. No, no, we gotta get this guy, the one that the spirits allow us to see, who's gonna be amazing. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait to hear the good news. Like, okay, I'm in this relationship. I go on this trip, and now we exchange contacts and in communication. He's like, when can he see you again? Yes. Can he come to see you? Like, are you anybody around that he can't come around? And you're like, yeah, no, you can come around. And then he's like showing up to visiting you in the town. That kind of bit. Mm-hmm. Yes. A pleasure. Of course. I will do. You too. Mm-hmm. Okay. Girl. Hello. Hi, Diana Camp. What's going on with you? Oh, hello. Hello. Good to see you. Oh my gosh. Somebody said hi. So y'all are kind of finding, y'all kind of are finding me a little bit, I guess. Y'all kind of are. See, that's what I'm saying. When I do the vertical, y'all like pop in here, but y'all seem to be ducking my. This is where I could do the show. I could do, put things up on the screen and stuff. Forget about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Um. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. You can't diminish me. Uh-uh. See, that's what I'm talking about. Go high, and then you're broken, sweetheart. I'm not. I was never broken. I'm height, but this height, you're not coming up. You're not getting on this height. I'm guiding you to your height. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guide you to one of my sons, because you, and I'm not even bothered. I'm not even. It should be this. It should be that. I should be like, pushing you away. Like most guys don't turn down because a guy turns down sex. Oh well, that's I was surprised, guys, because guys don't do that. You can't manipulate with through. Oh, and what's so beautiful? What's the beauty about that conversation? This is a young guy who could do this. Yeah, good for him. Good for him. So now that's what I'm saying. Stop having too much fun. The family, the guy that wants to get on one knee, the guy that wants to sit with you at the bar. He's waiting on you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. I'm telling you, like, get like the big voice is saying, "Get real, get real, get real, my guy, get real, my gal, get real, my guy, get real, my gal." And then, like, you say, if you want a pooch, just go get a dog. You want a little pooch? Go just get a dog. So he come over there pooching up. They kind of pooch up a bit, and they're like, "What you mean no?" Whoa, that's guys don't speak like that. What I'm talking about that if there's masculine patriarch, there's matriarch feminine, masculine discriminations, and there's feminine discrimin feminine discrimination. Excuse me, let me say it out fully. Feminine discrimination. There's masculine discrimination, and yes, it is a part of infrastructural. It's infrastructural, and so we're getting to the place where, as I say, women can decide for themselves their bodies. They're doing it. Men can decide now, have more options with his body. He can say no. A man can say no, just simply because he's not interested. even if the one, no matter, regardless of how interested the woman is. But it doesn't, and of course, and still say, like, it's no problem. No, it's no dark stuff. I'm not hate. It's no hate or anything that I just not interested. I just, that's not what I want to do. It's okay for a male to say that, to say those words. And it's definitely, we wanted where women could say that, and women can. So I know that, like, people don't want to hear that, but it feels like it's important for you, for people to hear that. Hmm. And he doesn't, and he's not gay. He politely declined, like women who politely decline, and the guy, the gentleman, does not push it. Yeah, he's like rejection. But he has to accept her decline. He, at least he should. More like than he should. We're kind of holding him accountable that he will accept her decline, or no. Likewise, I don't know if I don't think that sentence doesn't, it doesn't, it's not powerful when I say, I'm not saying, the hold her accountable. When I don't think we're there yet, but at least she can embrace that when he declines, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with her. In other words, like, there could be nothing wrong with you at all, and a person declines. That person just simply, like, my focus and what I've got going on has nothing to do with the things you want to do, and it not be, like he said, it's not hate. It's not that, she is her. It is that, he wants to focus on making money. He wants to work on himself. He wants to find himself. Things like that. What he meant is saying is that he wants time to grow up. It's too young for him to take a relationship serious. Like, then why you get involved with an older woman, and with older people, they, and of course that wasn't the agreement. You know, keep your word. Like, as a young person, like, hey, keep your word. Like, how are you gonna be okay? Like, you know. But yeah, he made it very. Yeah, he's really good at setting boundaries. He said he made it very clear, like, so no showing up at the house. No need to talk. No need to go conversationally forward. Like, from here, like, drop it. It is a no. This is, be respectful. Respect my no. Respect my decision. So, but anyway, I love her future though. On the upside, oh boy, her future is a bomb. And she says, well, older guys are like, act like 17. Lady, let's get you out into the world and get you attracting to these guys. Whenever you're showing up, they've exited, and when they exit, you're not present, or when they enter, then you're not present. So let's get you there at the same time and see what you say. These guys do exist. The level that you need a man, that the level that you need a man, and he's still young. He's young presenting. So, when you're young, you say, I hope to grow up to be. There's people who actually made it. Because when I say older, they're thinking he's tired, he's lost his motion, he's brooding. No, not talking like that. So I had to literally say young presenting. Code for the man doesn't look his age. He's fit, but he's just more, in control of his life and ready to mingle. And he's just as, what do you call it? Just as exploring as she is. She's very much exploring, like an explorer. He's an explorer as well, so that would be good for them. Get a little fire, little adventure going on between the two of them. We're gonna create one for her. Like, teach me how to manifest. Okay, yeah, I'm teaching you how to manifest now. And so she's gonna manifest this guy. She's already started putting in at the energy out there. It is so beautiful. I love it. I love it. It's gonna be beautiful. Standing in the sunset when he approaches her and she looks into his eyes. He's gonna realize that she is the one. And then she's not gonna want to look any further. He's gonna be like, tears gonna be running down her cheeks. And he's gonna be like, it's okay, it's okay. I'll hold you, never let you go. So we're at the, is it 2 hour mark? No, 3 hour. We have 3 hours to go, guys. 3 hours. Crazy, huh? Oh, I better shuffle these real quick. Donald here. Okay. A pleasure. Good to speak with you. I'm Donald, and how would we like to begin today? Hmm. Okay. Oh, I see. I see. So 10 steps back, and um, you seems you kind of you said you're doing things alone. Okay, got it. Oh, makes sense. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's just see what's going on in your with the energies. Let's see what how to come out of this, and then we get you see the light. Okay. So what I could see in this space is what's happening around. The guides say that you have many ideas, like potential possible ideas to choose from, But right now it feels like it's about protecting yourself. You're very heavily guarded right now. And this situation, yes, is you're experiencing loss, and you of course you want to make the right decisions. You don't want to end up making the wrong ones and having to live with those decisions for long. You don't want you just know not to do it. So you're not the idea of I don't want to make wrong decision. We're not making any decision yet, but what I can see is that you're coming out of this. I see you coming through it. I also see you celebrating and you coming unto yourself again. It feels like you have separated from off the path, but the path you're rejoining and celebrating. I could see it, and it's not you. You said, I do not want to end up with hoping for something that never is. I don't. You refuse to do it. That's the only reason why you haven't moved forward onto your path, or why you haven't come out of this safety space. But you will, and the light is there, and you will see the light, and you will say, "Okay, I can see as daytime, the light, sun, the what do you call it? The emotional sunlights, is nurturing you." And you said, "I can do this. I can make the right decisions." So you're going to get out there. You are absolutely. It's going to happen. But that's how they are up with us. But I also want to share with you this other side. So it's going to go a little bit more into aspects that are somewhat emotional, considered empathic, and see how do you exchange all of this for some like emotions that's more like give you determinations and things. So they said that this will happen. Yes. They said slow and steady. You've been taking your time. You're guarded right now. So, yes, you definitely have no problem with patience. So, patience is on your side, or time is on your side. You can take your time to do this. You can do this gradually and slowly. But you will move into, I believe that by the way, your soul path is your soul connection. Sometimes our soulmate is ourselves or our journey. The act of the journey is like, oh, I just fell in love with life. Wow, again, I love life, and then there, but I mean, genuinely have a love for life in a spirit way. Like, can't explain it. You're like, I really love life today. Of course, we love life every day. Every day is a blessing. We wake up, but we're like, oh my gosh, I have so much in life. I love life. What I can do now. That's what I mean. And it's like profound. But of course, when you say, since I fall in love with life, I can now I'm ready to invite somebody in on the soul journey with me and maybe love them. But okay, that's farther up into the future. I just wanted to relay some information, give us a little bit more confidence in what spirit is telling us. So they said that then you find out that your hopes, which was you said, I don't want to hope in things that are not, and then you say, so does my hopes and what I expect, will my wish come true? My desires, yes. That's when we realize what we're wanting for ourselves, that maybe safety, maybe security, that we think of endings or transitions. We think where this leaves me. Then we realize, oh, okay, so life. This is not over. Life is not over for me, and all my desires are coming to pass, coming into reality as well. Interesting. And then you start to realize, you start to dream bigger. You will dream bigger. Kind of like, so all I have to do is repeat this affirmation, and it will bring me the job I want, the security I want. You might say, well, there's no problem there. I just need to get out of this space, or maybe it's something recreational, something you say, something that I just wanted to do, even if it's a side little hobby. You say, and it's just like, I find comfort in this and what I'm doing. Like that will happen for you. So meaning that, so your hopes and your expectations can come true. They do come true. And when you actually feel it, this is empathic side of the reading. So empathically or emotionally, you feel it. They also say when it comes to creating events with a person, though, it's okay to take your time. And I understand that you might choose someone that it makes it very much more like very difficult to get in sync with you. Like you might choose somebody who is long distance, for example, because it's like if I choose someone long distance, I mean you have to both try really hard to go into anything because you are guarded and you just and it's out of security. Not saying that it may be like a fail safe, but but I'm not considering it like, oh, you just put up a block. You're blocking it. That's why you chose someone nearly impossible to see you. You know, when they want to, they have to kind of really work for it. It's not a block. It's actually very brilliant. You're saying if it's worth it to that person and then you really like them as well, but at the same time you're you're slowly moving and opening up your world for that experience, then this is what it can take. This should be no problem, and you're absolutely right. So I definitely feel like somebody long distance, but I know we're skipping too far ahead. We're not really focusing on relationships, I feel, but sometimes it kind of comes up a little bit, lets you know that there's still a life to live. There's a life to have. But they said that, yeah, I'm listening. Mm, hmm. Okay, okay. Oh, well, that's okay. Like they said, right now it is about you. It is about you falling in more madly in love for life, more madly in love with you, being you in this life. And that is beautiful as one finds that that is a possible thing and it's not considered neurotic. It's this is healthy. It's like when they say one should consider themselves, so a part of the world. So you're doing that. Well, you're in the process. You're taking these fresh steps to doing that. So you do make it out of this space that we imagining is like a feels like maybe like in a hole, like a big hole, and we just haven't climbed up top yet. We're still thinking about it. But they said that I also see recreational time, but specifically time to sort of just like get around and move about, like social, not necessarily with people, but I mean sometimes we just would like to go to a place that is serene, a place that is maybe meaningful. It could be like a city area or downtown populated area, but like by yourself, and you're like, this is kind of comforting. I'm here. I'm enjoying the day. I'm just sightseeing. That's all I'm doing. Then I ended up walking a park a little bit. It's something like to that effect. I feel that you're exploring the world as the world begins to open. Um, like in the meanwhile, like finding this comfort in just being you and feeling connected to everything that you personally enjoy because sometimes we live life not for ourselves. We're running and chasing after others because secular world that we live in, we kind of have to because they represent our opportunities, our potential, our doorway even. So then we get to a point where it's why am I doing this? And then you realize, oh, okay. So I need to take time in this area. This is a whole nother idea that what is that? Like taking time to do this for the self? That is because the first thing words that come up is, am I going to be considered neurotic or something like that, like self-centered and then the guilt of being selfish? It's like, no, not when you're taking a space of time to do this, just to connect with your inner self again and then begin to interact with others. It's like, are you friends with yourself? You're like, I'm friends with everybody. And then are you friends with yourself? And it's like, yes, I am. So that's good. We're like, oh, that's good. We like that. That means you're getting the most. But I do believe that marriage did come up in your reading. So I can already imagine that the relationship you do accept, it comes with what they call it, devoted partnership. You would have to your next upcoming relationship would have to be like a marriage. Otherwise, you're gonna make it like you would like. Okay, you could find the girlfriend. I mean, the boyfriend. Excuse me. I was thinking of the males. You, as the woman, could find a boyfriend in town, but Is like I'm not looking for a boyfriend. That's what you say. A lot of people say that. Married people say, "Oh, I don't like that terminology, like girlfriend, boyfriend." I like I'm an adult and I've been married, and I'm faithful, and I like one person, and I don't want to do the social dating. I just want to find somebody who's ready, and they say, "Look, I've grown up too. I've done all that. I want like a companion." Somebody for like a long term lifetime. So that's what I see you're going to focus your energy more towards. So this relationship that you long distance, where how it's introduced, it will become very much resembling your marriage, like, or a marriage, unity long term, things like that, the devotion especially. Somebody who comes to like they have to travel long, like, oh yeah, it's always like an hour away, 45 minutes, something like that, and would come travel to see me. That's right there, dedicated to seeing you. Oh, like he comes and hangs out for however long he stays. He's allowed to stay, and then he's inviting me up. How is that trip gonna go? Things like that. We had a great time together, and so I went home after a few days, and I already miss him. And he's called me when I got being as I was getting home. That's exactly the type of relationship, and then of course it will grow into something greater. A long time in the future, and I know you said, but wait a minute, what about my inner love? So I get to sense that comes with the whole shadow work. Time for that inner work that you're doing. That's in the unknown, that unknown space that you feel. The reason why you're in this space before you called, you're in the space of healing, and so that's why it's maybe emphasizing the love part, because the love is your love for your husband is also connected with your healing. um, right. So there's healing going on, and the healing of loss that you're becoming filled. Is it ever possible? You hear people speak, but they're speaking their experience about having loss, and that a whole that is you can never feel it. Don't even I don't you can never feel it, but you have to keep on thriving and focus on the moment. But that's not true. You do feel it. It does become filled, and feel whole and complete, and you begin to see them differently than as in I've absolutely lost, and there's a hole in me, and there's that makes so as in something is wrong with you. Nothing is no, nothing is wrong with you. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to go through the processes, but you do get to. People say you'll never feel whole. No, that's not true. You will feel whole and complete, and filled. When I say filled with love, if it, and definitely personal love, these kinds of things. Otherwise, what was loving a person for? What was the meaning of that? That if it's so easily taken out, that we don't think of love that way. Love is always with us, and so you're going to transmute that into vibrant vibrations that leave you feeling full, not empty. You won't be feeling empty. So yeah, and then it just takes a little bit of teamwork elements here, talking about as you're being open. I think that these represents just like as you're out and about in the world, out and about, maybe someone saying hello, or maybe feeling of being greeted by someone. That's a little like I'm open to some connections, from maybe some communication. My prize is still in my eye. They're going to tell us what is it that I'm looking for actually. They said that you're looking for like full on like captivation, interest again, and that's what you're going to get from it. But it is intimate. It's intimate, and it will guide you to intimacy. Of course, it's kind of interlinked. This is a time where you will have that profound shaking up spiritual experience that you're looking for. You will get it. Something that like disrupt that what it disrupts you emotionally. It's like, oh wow, that just interrupted my whole train of thought. That was amazing. Like, I want more of some of that. I want some more of that. You are gonna have it where you like become captivated with the idea of these types of experiences, and you're gonna know exactly how you did it, so that so I'll be able to like it'll be like a natural part of my way of life. It's like yes, it'll be duplicated throughout your life experience, your journey, is what I see. So I like that idea. So that's the prize out of all. It's like, what do I? Because we needed to know what you get out of this. That's exactly what you get out of it. So I do believe that you are. It feels like you have done the grieving part, and then it's kind of like letting things letting the past and those associated with the past loved ones to rest now. Yes. So it's like allowing that, and also by allowing them to rest, you're realizing the much needed rest you've needed. You've needed a break. Sometimes we forget to take a break from grieving, and it becomes a job. And then we're like, oh, I'm exhausted. And now it's like, give yourself a break from grieving by putting to rest. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, you're nurturing yourself right now. You're nurturing your self care and good. That's a good thing. You're going to work through it. And because we know that it's the physical part. That's the part that we cling to. But we know that vibrationally, dreams, they're still around. That's not going away. And conversations carry on as they had, as if they were like physically picking up the phone and reaching out to you. Then you realize, oh my gosh, like what's the point of this carrying on like this when they keep talking to me all the time? More than, oh, I miss you. Are you okay over there? It's like full on, like come walk with me a bit, and you just all just in like, what was this like speaking to them as always? It's like wow, that was amazing. That was so vivid, and it's so real. And yes, it is real. And then you start realizing, okay, so they have transcended more so. So it's not like the thought of universe has taken and taking from me. It's more like things are transcending, and then still also have that means you remember them clearly in this realm, but in their realm, they're in remembrance of you as well. So they hadn't forgotten, then they've not lost the memories of you. Not no, they haven't. They're a better version of themselves. Like you might find that they're able to get about and around and differently. They may be more caring. The way that they share their information seems to be more sharp. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, okay, okay, I understand it now. The psychic, the body is very psychic, of course. So, and throughout the experiences and so forth. So then the body starts to understand that if there is that bond is still just as strong as ever, and that yes, I should see what's going on, explore this world, the one that I'm in currently. And of course, the spiritual world is going to keep letting you know that's exactly what you should be doing. Because anytime I want to come visit you, it's like, for them, it's like just driving up the driveway to come see you then. It's not a big deal for them. We're just making a big deal because we're thinking physically. We think in the physical terms. So that's also something that is inherited with the whole idea of not feeling the guilt of well, I'm moving on and I'm having this fresh life. They as though they never no, they always will exist forever and ever. That's the part we missed. They're not, like, oh, I feel guilty, is it? And I'm like, forgot all about them. It's not the case. You didn't forget them, and they haven't forgotten you as you live the life that you're meant to live fully. Mm, it happens. Okay. All right. Did you have further questions? I know we're at the end of this time. Okay. Wonderful healing journey for you. A pleasure. Oh boy. Grieving. I love the talking to grieving. I think I know why I'm so good at it. I'm not connected to everybody like now I'm at the stage like, oh, you're ready to transition, you're gonna transition. Okay, that's good. Okay. So, your journey, safe trip. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And trust me, I'm not like, oh yay, I'm going over to the other side. Yay. No, I'm like, I haven't done everything that I want to do. Please don't take no, I'm not I don't want to yes yet. I gotta make sure that these people know that I'm about my business. Maybe I haven't got monetized on YouTube yet. Thank you. All right, cool. Don't take me before I monetize on YouTube. Let me monetize on YouTube, and then let me enjoy it. I am not thinking of transitioning. Not anywhere close. Like anyone who says otherwise, they don't know me. They've not gotten to know me at all. Wonderful healing. We're gonna work with the healing. Get people going, 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 going. I even speak of my psychic readings as people transitioning. I speak to people like their souls. Like I'll say, well, I'm helping you transition from this reading, or as you transition from this reading into the fullness of your life. It makes crossing over, as I say, less scary. There's nothing to fear. Life can be wonderful. So I speak like that, and it helps the process, you know, to be experienced much more easier, more peaceful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plus, with the God given voice, that's also helpful. You guys, I am moving towards hold on, my 2 hour mark. So, yeah, I'm slowly moving to my 2 hour mark. Okay. So I'm on here for like 2 hours. But I know if I want the big crowd, I know how to get you in here. I scheduled you all, the crowd people. Isn't it for like later? What did I say? Oh, actually, I scheduled you guys in, let me see. Oh, a lot sooner than I'm thinking in my head. I totally forgot, y'all. Hold on, let me find out when. When I said I'm gonna. Yeah, at. I know it's today, but when? What time? Oh, 2 a.m. I meant 2 p.m. I said it for the 29th. Here, let me go back. Supposed to be 2 p.m. Or no, it was like wasn't like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. At 3 p.m. today. My bad, y'all. 3 p.m. I will do the one that y'all like. I'll do the vertical. I know you guys are getting used to the setup. The setup is going to change. This is my old setup, so I'm going to change it, and a lot of natural light on the other side of the room. Um, yeah, so it's a lot cooler. Yeah, it's very cool right now, right here. Hmm. My bad, y'all. I had it like at 2 a.m. tomorrow. Like that didn't make sense. 2 a.m. It would be more like 12 a.m. because I know that uh, I can go as early as well. Forget about 12 a.m. Now I'm thinking it doesn't matter because we proved that at any time that I go live, people show up. But it seems like morning is kind of like you guys' time. So I guess I'm gonna be on for 40 minutes. I guess 40 to 35 minutes. Then I'll come on for you guys. You guys are like all that frustrated, bro. You guys, why won't you guys let me do my horizontal? I know why. You guys are trying to speak to me, but you having to go through my cards. That means y'all up to no good. Y'all are like up to no good, and y'all act like what's his name? Nick from it's about this girl who goes to college, and he can't he has secrets, so she got to help him cheat to get into college. So she has to mislead and manipulate the system to sneak him in. But then he gets other people or another person snuck in too by way of helping him through. And she's like, "Wait a minute, I thought you were going to be the only one." So she gets taken for granted. Y'all are like that. Y'all are trying to sneak past the eye because y'all know the eye gonna open up and expose everything, show me everything. But guess what? I see it anyway. Is just that this is like you just see me, but they're like right beside me. And I also like for you all for the record, these don't work without these. These don't work without these. Here, interpret these. These in your hands won't work. These in my hands, it should be a crime because I can profile people that I've never met nor seen. I never even heard their voice. So just saying, I'm that good. I'm real good. That's why I get. That's why I'm working. I'm a working psychic. So, okay, so it's Monday. So, time is starting to move fast now. So, the next 2 days? Mm, over the next 2 days, things are happening. Yeah, Diana Camp came and said hi. The rest of y'all like peeking in here. The rest of y'all like coming in and peeking in. Like, y'all are so mean. Mm. Oh, mm. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Ah. Right there. Hmm. People like, oh, yeah, I think I covered that. No. Yeah, I covered that, I'm sure. Okay, so it is. Man. Oh, let's see. Well, we could just go live and get a head start. Gosh. I like my vertical, though. My vertical live. Okay, I stay on for no. I stay for a few more minutes and then I will. Y'all crazy. I guess it's. Oh, I could. I could stop right there if I'm. I stay on for 15 more minutes, and then by the time I log out and get ready to set for the next live, I can go get a refill. That's the plan. And what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So over the next 2 days, or three. Um, let's see. 133. Gosh. Let me see. I might can set my set the vertical here because I've actually been setting it out. So I guess I could move it closer to where that will work. So now to do it. I just need to create the scene I want, just vertically. Got it. We'll do that. So that way I'm all in the camera. And then I guess I'll have to need to start braving it and going vertically live at 10 a.m. or earlier. Then I can hang out there. Thank you for that massive insight, Spirit. Like, it never ends. Ooh, that sun is bright. Good. There it goes. Hey. So, only thing is, I having to turn on these lights. Oh, those. It feels like you're baking, like you are baking, frying in a pan. That's the only thing about these lights. I love natural light. Oops. There. I'm still cheating. Not right now. That's golly. Dang, that's bright, bro. I mean, I wonder if any. Okay, let's see. Any difference with this one? It won't work unless I bring that. I mean, it's all right. Okay, hold on. Better. Gosh, that's so bright. For this one, I have to hold on. I need to put my sunglasses. More and more, I'm starting to like the idea of my stage. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get my stage set up. I can feel it. I'm getting motivated. I keep looking over there, like imagining I'm gonna have my stage soon. Yeah. In fact, 2 more hours, something like that. Um, mm-hmm. uh, mm-mm. Uh, okay. I I know I shuffled these, so I'm gonna shuffle. I'm about to shuffle these. I'm shuffling these cards the best of my ability. Oops. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the layout's gonna be over there. Hmm. Okay, this I want in front. I want this in front of me. Then I want the vertical. I guess that is gonna be on the side, so I can kind of write. Maybe I categoric. I like make it do the vertices, so I can be like this. That way, even if I'm not turning too far away from you guys, something like that. Then you can see me work. Even when I'm kind of like it's in here, I can have my phone set up and everything so I can, quickly get to the phones and also interact with you at the same time. Got it. It'll work. And I have more room over there. I want to make sure I have a lot of space this time. I have a lot of space right now, but I think it'll look better over there on the other side. Okay, it's 45. Okay, I promised myself I was going to log out and then come back. So I'll be back.